Bitch. I thought I pressed the button. Apparently I missed. But let me try that again. Alrighty. Hello. Let me just bring this down a little bit. So, as you can kind of sense, there's been a small change up to stream. Hello, right brain. How are we? Hello, 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 everyone. How's the world's? We heard. How was? Love how the first thing we heard was the world's most polite bitch. Long time no see. Yes, yes, yes. That is in large part because of the new job. So yeah, I got a new casual job. It'll be like 20 hours a week. But considering like factoring all of my like living circumstances and all that stuff, it's actually more than enough money for what I need to survive. So I figure if we do this really, really cool thing where we kind of like distribute the load a little bit more evenly, and I work as much as I need to save money still, but not like maximize my earning potential, it can give me enough free time load splitting. Thank you. But yeah, but that means it can actually free up enough space for me to try and take content creating a little bit more seriously. So we can kind of move into this space of, I'm going to call it part-time content creation. So that, because it's like I've been streaming for like 6 months now. It's been a lot of fun. I feel like we've seen a lot of growth, and honestly, it's been an absolute blast. But I'm not somebody who is easily satisfied with their position. So I'm always looking for ways to be improving, growing. Like, I don't come here to just fuck around, you know? So it's like the moment I started streaming, my first questions were, okay, so how do I grow? What do I need to do to oof. So it's like my question when I started streaming was, how do I succeed in this and how do I do this well? Um so it's like a lot of that, and considering what you guys are saying and the jokes you're gonna make, I'm reluctant to use this phrase. But like there's the hard skills of actually like presenting, of conversing, of like editing and planning and all that stuff. But I've also had to really negotiate with some mental stuff, and I realized that when your skills are hard. But anyway, but you get my point. You get my point. But I realized last night we were listening to some of the me and Beth were actually comparing day lists. And my day list for a Friday night at 11 p.m. was doom metal Friday nights. And I'm like, we were thinking about it, I'm like, my stream does not reflect any of the music I listen to. Like, let's do this real quick. What is my day list right now? Give me a sec. I'm just gonna check that. So right now, my day list. Is it like daily list or no? Day list. Here it is. So my day list went from metal, like doom metal Friday night to doom freedom Saturday afternoon. Like, and I'm like, electro swing isn't. I feel like I'm not giving a more authentic, like, meme lord shit eater self that I could be, and I worry that I'm like still customer servicing a little bit too much and not actually like presenting the full scope of my ability to give. We're not giving we are not giving doom freedom right now. But you know, so it's like a lot of negotiating mentally and kind of like seeing what I can do to improve. And a large part of that came from this space of, because I didn't have a job, I didn't want to commit to any habits. I didn't want to start building practices and expectations because I didn't know when all of that was going to be changed. And I didn't want to, you know, build this habit with you guys and build this routine only to like uproot it and set all my progress back. So I kind of just streamed as casually as I possibly could while still pretending that I was productive. So I've so now that we've thank you, babe. That is crazy. So yeah, now we get the absolute treat of music like this. But yeah, so it's like it with this time we can move into places where we are doing more day streams, so it's accessible to the American audiences. I'll have more time to actually start planning, creating, and posting content on YouTube and TikTok. And yeah, I'm trying. I don't know how real I want to get just yet because there's some pretty heavy Aaron law drops, but there have been a lot of times and spaces in my life where I feel like I've had to hold back. And I'm like, if I'm trying to market myself on stream, I shouldn't be doing that. Like, you get what I mean? Like, I'm not going to get into the law, but I was very heavily encouraged to not bring out my fullest, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to hold myself back because the fact of the matter is I actually prefer to cut loose. Like I actually want to go like I actually want to like get into the more like visceral exciting stuff and get hyped. I dare to not make assumptions because I imagine I mischaracterize your husband. That'd be embarrassing. And what did you say to mischaracterize me, Yogurt? Bro, you implied that we're torturing my cats? Yeah, it's not only silly, but it is often silly. But I also feel like I'm carrying myself with like a lot more composure than what might be necessary, if that makes sense. Yeah, look, I was gonna. I feel like there are times and places to talk about heavy stuff, and streaming is not that place for that, unless that's part of the brand, which I don't think is part of your brand. But I'm not you, and it's not my stream. You know what? That's fair enough. Here's a really interesting detail about that kind of stuff. Um, you guys will pick up my brand, will have a sense of my brand before I actually get to identify it myself. Because my brand is very much about what how it's received as it is how much I'm sending out. I can kind of sculpt it, I can kind of guide it, but at the end of the day, it's how you receive it. And it's that degree of consistency that's going to inform a brand. Like, I actually had a similar conversation with Grozzy at the start of the year because she's like, I have no fucking idea what my identity is online. What am I selling right now? Like, I have no idea what my brand is. And I'm like, you know what? I don't think anybody does. Like, unless it's like heavily curated. And even then, branding is one part what you send and one part what they receive. There are things that can get lost in translation. There are symbols that can be misinterpreted. It's a whole bunch of things. I appreciate that, right brain. But no, look, I was gonna say, as far as heavy topics go, I'll just point blank say it. I did not have a particularly kind childhood, um, and I suffered a lot from a lot of I'm gonna say anger associated mental health issues. Like I am actually a very competitive, very angry motherfucker, which is explicitly and implicitly why I will not touch Overwatch on stream unless I'm like extremely in the mood for it. Because there's like with this music, no. The insect glaive calls you, hell yeah. But so I'm like, honestly, I feel like it's okay to because, and that's kind of like, I'm trying to keep such a strong grip on the like, because I actually am like a lot more animated in person. Like, a great example of this last Sunday, Beth was streaming, and it was a nice, cool, chill study stream. And I just came in and completely obliterated the energy of that stream because I got a sweet potato that was like this long stringy thing that looked a lot closer to a carrot. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I paid like $2.50 for this thing. Why is it smaller than my forearm? What the fuck? And that was at about that point where I'm like, I don't channel that energy in my streams like at all. And it's because I kind of moved into this space. Again, it's like a large part of training that's done this to me too. But I customer serviced my, to be fair, I have beefy forearms. Oof. Exactly. And I'm like, where's that energy in my streams? Why can't I carry that in productions I'm leading? And it's because I realized that I've been treating this like I would be manning a cash register or a where it was like it's very formal. It's like no, I want to be this loose, relaxed guy who is able to have like reactions to things. Hello, Comfort, how are we? And it's like all of the friendliness I've shown, all of my enthusiasm, that's always been there. Like when people are in chat, when people are active, like so I'll shit talk people in chat, that's fine. But I realized, and it's like I kept working to compare, like keep my composure. Oh, don't mind me. Can you talk in me into cosplaying Kronk? Oh, I don't know if I'll ever be able to do a Kronk. Trying to finish your assignment, but at the same time I can't be. But yeah, bro, mood, fucking dead ass mood. Please, I could not do Kronk justice because I have Potch's body type. Like, give me a soup. That's annoying. Because I was like, here's the thing. There, you want me to cosplay this man, when I absolutely am built like this. Like I'm built like this man. Hello, how are we? I'm so glad that I put that in specifically for you because it's like you have your own little anthem. And I might see if I can like use Mix It Up to automatically assign that sound to you. But we'll see. I'll experiment with that. Don't let body type stop you from cosplaying. Mara has convinced me to do a Wanderer cosplay for him. At this point, it's a walk-in sound. Exactly. Well, you see, here's the thing. I totally get don't let body type stop you. But like, oh, thank you so much for that sub, Shelly. One day I need to go around when I have enough money and actually like sub to all of these amazing creators and friends who are supporting me so much. I might need to start like paying back out my Twitch payouts to like back into my friends. I did not put this in Sunkyu. This was Right Brain. And that was kind of another thing too. Like now that I've figured out the whole music thing, genuinely just want the hat. Absolutely. Speaking of, yeah, you need to figure out Sunkyu. Yeah. So my trick to figuring out Sunkyu and where I was struggling for the longest time was because I had to make a choice on do I want just your hello Mikey. I think Thundercat is soon. I actually can't see Q right now. Anyway, so yeah, the trick that I found, so the big dilemma with me and music audio that I was experiencing was this idea that I couldn't play. Oh my gosh. All right, so I couldn't play the music in such a way that both you could hear it, you guys could hear it, and I could hear it. Because if I could hear it, it means I had to enable the monitor, which was pushing it through desktop audio. The issue with pushing it through desktop audio is that it starts to appear in the VOD track and not just the audio track, which is kind of what I want. Because otherwise, that's where you get copyrighted music leaking into your stream. That's no good. So what I found that we could do is if I create a game capture overlay and separate the game capture from the screen capture, I could then turn on the monitor, disable, just fully mute desktop audio. Yes. I'm not gonna say that I followed that, but I'm gonna say yes. It's goofy now. But as I was saying, yeah, because that was my dilemma, and the solution I found to it was create a game capture. Right, I forgot that card was still the word of the week. You know what? Because I didn't make one. I'm gonna add plus one more to the thing, and card can be a repeat word of the week because I didn't set a new one, and I don't think Shelly knew about that, so I'm gonna make that a genuine win for the chat. But yeah. So yeah, that was my solution to fixing. So if you type card, Shelly, I'm just waiting for Shelly to type card. There we go. I just point blank have desktop audio turned off. I don't run desktop audio. Every piece of audio that you're hearing is running through a separate channel in the audio mixer. So I just add the sounds directly so I can control each source dynamically. Because desktop will just put it all through. So yeah, sorry about that, Charlie. I'm once a week I'm setting a mystery command, and when you mystery word, and when you hit the mystery word, I'll tick up the pack counter, and that sound will play. So like the sound that you get from typing card. You hear that? Scored the point for the week. And generally that'll be a Monday night game thing that I do, just to keep everyone like going. I need to start making it harder. And that one's just for everyone to spam. Because I thought the Korok sound would be great. Because because we get to do this really cool thing where it's like, oh yeah, you accidentally, because it's part of the meme for like Koroks in Breath of the Wilds, where it's like you could kick a rock and find a Korok, and you're like, how the fuck, what the hell? I didn't even intend to finish this puzzle, but this little shit just popped out of nowhere. So you're like, all right, sweet. So I'm like, wouldn't it be funny if you guys just typed a random word into chat and that's all you heard? Fuck Wilburn Bongle. Baldur's Gate 3 diss track. Okay. No idea what that is. I'm a little scared. That is not what I put. That's amazing. But yeah, so it's like the gist of it is everything I've been talking about, because I kind of want to refocus and realign back to what we were talking about. I feel like I'm not giving you Aaron. Like, I can't brand and package myself as a personality if I'm not going to share my personality. And there is a long, complicated story behind why I don't do that. And for a long time, I realized I wasn't doing that. But all of this is actually kind of part and parcel for why I want this kind of why I got into streaming in the first place, because I'm trying to rediscover the parts of my personality that went and died in the middle of high school during some really hard times in my life. Because it's like I stopped creating, I stopped enjoying things. I was always aggressively neutral in everything I did. And I'm like, I kind of want to push myself into this space where I can grow. Because I feel like I have an easy enough time making people laugh. Yeah, okay, let's play devil's advocate with chat. I don't mind. But yeah, you guys get my point. That's kind of where I'm at with it, and why I'm so like, how do we bring this up? And honestly, I feel like I'm already starting to see monotone, funny chaos guy. Oof, you telling me I don't emote enough? It's just funny. It's just a funny thing because you've been presenting so Fallout guy thumbs up for a while now. Oof. He does seem like he needs a hug. Yeah, it's the bags under my eyes. I'm really sorry about that. I don't drink coffee. Um, but no, it's kind of just one of those things where it's like I kind of like try to sprinkle in the fun parts of my personality into stream. That's how we got the like embedded chat things so that don't cost any channel points. So that way you guys can be as you know shit posty as I am. I feel like you're very genuine and you unapologetically enjoy what you're playing streaming. You're also very kind and supportive and funny too. Oh, bless you, Shelly. I keep calling you Shelly, but it's actually Shalette, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I need to like break that habit. I'm so sorry. Like you genuinely have so many chaos moments, but you have the peak default. Yeah, no, it's like my personality and sense of humor is like the chaotic personality equivalent of like a sleeper build. You know those guys that look like really scrawny until they like take off their shirts and flex and they're just like jacked. You like when people call you Shelly? Amazing, because I'm like I could have sworn we had this conversation, but on your like the last stream you call, you introduced yourself as Shalette, like Gillette. I'm like, oh, still remember the Vegemite scene? Exactly. But no, it's like I like to imagine my personality is very much like sleeper build chaotic, for lack of a better term. Bless you, right God. Right God? What happened there? Right brain. Thank you so much, because I mashed that with Light Gods. I still remember that Vegemite scene. Right God. Yeah, it's like a fusion dance. Right God and Light Brain. Yeah, Light Brain is what happens with the Patara. Um, you made Aaron sound super serious, which makes me laugh because it's true. But he's also a fucking goof at times. Light brains, rough. Alrighty. So what we'll do? Let's actually play a game because I've been sitting in the Monster Hunter Wilds category, and I'm sure people have been like coming in and going, "Is he gonna play something? Hello." And like I'm also trying to practice like actually talking and like actually yapping on stream because I find generally people receive that better, especially because like once the show gets rolling, my focus goes laser like. Particularly Monster Hunter Wilds. Monster Hunter games? Oh my gosh. Sir? Why are we in windowed? There we go. Alright, let's move over to game capture. There we go. If people come in with just play the game content comments, they can get wrecked. Yeah. Can chat name the Palico? Chat can absolutely name the Palico. You're in luck. I guess we're going to keep talking for a little bit. Punch ass. This is performed on initial launch and after a shader update. Please wait until the operation is complete. See, The fact of the matter is, the truth of the matter is, I have Monster Hunter World was actually my first Monster Hunter game. And then after that, I played a lot of Generations Ultimate when that came out on the like Switch re-release, Generations Ultimate. I played a lot of that, and then I moved over to World PC, which I've tried to stream before, and I'd love to build a bigger, better platform around that. But we run into this issue where where the like CPU keeps throttling and dropping frames, and once it drops enough frames, it'll crash the stream. Just because like the CPU